Super Saiyan? No, it was Pressure Orb. Okay, that is big problem. They have insane
Ayun
heat
mo to.
fight still on Radiance, right? Just got a little bit cocky there, that's fine. Fiend next to the 2 months. Yeah, I'll think about it, Fiend. Depends on who you are, though. One Rex. Yannick got the VIP for sniping my pubs. Did I ever tell you guys the story of how we met Yannick in real life? No? I thought it was pretty funny. We basically in the Singapore TI, I think that was 2021, like 3 4 years ago, right? There was this really tall guy that was in the hotel lobby, right? Of the players and whatnot, right? And he just said, hello, you know, it's a big, tall, hello, my name's, yeah, I'm Saberlight's brother, you know? Everybody was like nobody knew if he was like lying or not. And he was always in the lobby. Like he was always sitting there in the middle of the lobby saying hello to everybody, taking pictures. Hello. And nobody knew if he was actually Saberlight's brother, you know, we thought he was trolling maybe or something. He was there every day. But it turns out he was actually Saberlight's brother. We thought maybe it was some crazy guy at first. Just chilling, you know? The story how I met Yannick. A little bit of a crazy. But good, I'm not so bad. I don't remember which team Saberlight was in back then. Maybe it was TSM, yeah. Chilling a bit now on the high ground. Real story? I mean, it's a real story. The real stories aren't that. Oh, is that crazy? It was just the fact that it was just funny because nobody knew who he was. People were like probably asking like, why is this guy here? Should we kick him out? Going in, Tims. Did I leave my hotel room in Singapore? I did go to the mall. The mall was attached to the hotel though, so technically no. I did go to the zoo once as well. Singapore Zoo was awesome. I fed a rhino. I didn't know you were allowed to feed the rhinos like that. I thought they would kill me. Yannick Grove, don't forget that this picture was created on that day. Wait, he has a picture? Wait, show it. I wanna show stream. Uploading it. Yeah, look at that. That is Yannick in the hotel lobby right there, guys. He took a picture with me. He's a tall. Damn, I was really hobo-fied back then. I needed a fucking haircut. There he is, the big man. That was the day. Hey, so Yannick is a big guy, alright guys, he's a big guy. I was wearing a Team Bald cap, man. That was it. I like this cap. This is one of my favorite merch. I lost this cap though. I need to get a new one. The classic one. missing something. You know, he's Saberlight's brother, guys. Pretty big. Oh. This is a good start to the fight. It's a wholesome picture, though. Good times. Oh, the blinking, the tiny. Isha's dead. No.
Uy, tulog na daw.
Saberlight. They Liquid wish they might have his brother instead. Two dead. They have to get counter kills here, but they can't. Liquid are crumbling. 3 no buyback. V2 in the stand-ins. Like, what the fuck? Oh, he wasn't even in this fight. Oh fuck, this might be game over, dude. Alcoholic next to the 29 months.
Lakas pa, boss.
Ano yan?
Austin.
BG music.
Hindi naman. Wala akong naririnig eh.
Oh my god, they have another set of global.
Siguro yung
It's so
TV
hard
lang
to
ako.
beat this late game though. I feel like you can open any draft silencer into Sankey. I really think you can. These heroes are so obnoxious. Here he comes, straight onto the TB. They need to burst him. They got him. He insta buyback though. Oh my god, he's killing him through the eggs. Wow. But the FB's coming. Oh no. Oh no. Run, Tuna, run like the swim like the river. Or fight back. Fight back like the river. He's killing them all. He's Sven. Guys, he's Sven them all. My stand-in. Holy. Zero more enjoy for the ones. He's doing it, dude. Holy, dude, I'm always excited when Sven is doing good because this hero looks like a clown 90% of the time. Can I get the Roche? Unless Liquid smoke into it, which they are. This is without Sven ulti though. I don't think this is gonna work, guys. Unless V-Tune, the Giga Chat of Dota 2, without the blink, goes in, kills Silencer maybe? Yeah? Going for more? Chase, chase, chase. Didn't get anybody though. Banner dropped it. Tuna, Tuna. Armar the Fakar. 50 seconds, no sanking. All Axe is protecting. Wait, this doesn't work? The illusions don't work against the ball anymore. At all. Huh. That kinda sucks. 30 seconds, yeah. You think you Godstring can go bottom here, actually. That's wild, but I think you should. No, oh, Sanking just got buyback. Oh boy, they don't know that. They thought maybe if he had buyback, he would have bought back with top racks. This is a bait. It's a bait. Oh boy. The blink hex. Don't V2 just hit the. Okay, that's good actually. Never mind. Do what you want, V2. Swim like a free fish. Double hex. Oh my god, the Wind Waker. Thank god for Boxy. But let's see. BKB Satanic. He's fighting back. They're killing Sanking. He died back. Jackie boys. Wow. Sanking didn't get epi off? What the fuck? What a blunder by Armel. He died back like that. Where was his epi? Oh. Tuna. The tuna fish is keeping Liquid in Dream League. He's uncursing them right now, dude. He's lifting the curse himself. Unless the Liquid curse is strong, you never know. 100 Voodoo Priests can't dispel it. They're gonna try. Nice ET stomp in the back. Good damage. Focusing Timber. This would be a good target to kill here. The silence. Come on. The toss. Boom. He's dead with a bang. Another one. They did it. What a comeback, dude. Holy moly. Wow, I thought Liquid were done, dude. If V-Tune doesn't clutch that kill on TB and one more inside the base, 3v5. Foxy, no reaction. But they are sad, guys, I'm telling you. Only V-Tune is happy. I swear Liquid wanted to be eliminated from the groups. They're like, fuck, now we can't take time off. Fuck, and we have to play second group stage as well? They actually wanted to lose, bro. Can't believe B2 won us this game at the end. Shit. Oh well. They are alive, guys. They are alive. They still have to win the second game against Boom to really feel good. But they can. They can. Let's hop over and see. Betboom versus Nigma is starting now, I believe. Aurora versus XG is even still. And OG are getting whomped by Shopify. So OG are giga out of the tournament now. Giga stomped and out. Let's hop over to... Up next. Is it after draft here or before? I think Nigma are pretty with one win here though, to be honest. Let me see. They're guaranteed. They made it, guys. I mean, to be fair, people laugh at Nigma, but okay, let's take a look at this a little bit, guys. For some reason, I can't make this bigger. I don't know why. Why can't I make this so annoying? Give me a second. Why can't I make this bigger? Maybe if I make a new one. Let's see. Making a new one. There we go. 3 or 4, thank you. People laugh at Nigma, right? They're not so good. Look at them now. First in the group, 8 and 3. I think they're guaranteed now. But if you remember, they didn't make it to the last Dream League, right? They go season 25. But the team that eliminated them from the qualifiers, right? They got 4th. Chimera Esports got 4th. And they were the ones that denied Liquid the last Dream League, right? So technically, Liquid getting 4th, Nigma getting 4th wouldn't be so crazy, right? Could happen. Could happen. And now, if you think about it as well, I'm not even coping right now. Look at this, guys. I just realized something further. Not this picture. The first and second place from last Dream League are not here. Thunder and Spirit are sitting this one out. So Nigma, second, maybe even. Maybe they will get second now. Second best team in the whole fucking Dream League, guys. Maybe. Hold up. It's happening. Nigma in the grand finals confirmed. 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 Nigma balls, is it 5 months? $5 me? What happened Nigma game 1? They whomped. A perfect out strategy, but Betboom realized Caudal is broken, so they take it for themselves, which I think is correct. I'm surprised anybody would first pick Bristle over Caudal here, but sure, I guess. They're gonna have to have some smart plans here. You gotta get rid of the Duza, you gotta get rid of the Storm. Which one are you gonna pick? Maybe you have to deny pick one or something like that.
Tulog ba?
Tara. Bababenta yata natin yan.
Possible.
Sobra.
Wala yung Jane eh.
Broken.
Saka yung isa.
Recall and cross spamming mana on
Nag-isip
certain
mag-ano
targets
na ako,
is very
papak
OP,
na ako.
like Duza and Storm.
Tulog.
The heal is not too bad. You guys remember Mana Leap? Probably, that was a class. With Mana Leap. Wow, they banned you. Okay, so they're gonna get whatever they want. That's crazy. Let me... Nigma is not even your region team. I'm not supporting the home team like Liquid. What do you mean? Nigma is Europe, guys. Come on. They're only Mesla in the ESL qualifiers. Everything else is Europe. DI qualifiers and everything. They're our home team still, alright? I support Liquid also, guys. You guys know that. He's got some pretty chunky arms. big arms to give big hugs with. Who said you can't cheer for other regions? That's true. That's right. EA plus plus. I mean, they got good heroes, but again, I think Betboom has some scary stuff now. I think they can't maybe Medusa yet here, actually, so maybe it's a bait. If they Dusa here, they get anti-maged, so they're gonna Shaker and... Is it Dusa? Or is it maybe Storm? Or Silencer, alright. Saw the power of Silencer last game, it lost, but still. Nothing crazy scary about that yet. As long as Nigma makes sure to ban, especially am I there? I'm pretty sure. Is it Storm? Depends a little bit where these heroes are going. Could be a Shaker mid. Well, I see this, and I kinda wanna Dusa again almost. Yeah, I'm just saying. But they're gonna go for something a bit safer. DK, a hero that can go both safe lane and mid lane. It's fine, I guess. Don't wanna match it into Monkey preferably, so I'm assuming this could be a Ghost. The reason they don't want Dusa, I think, is because of the Monkey, right? Monkey with Arena and Fusels. Yikes. Very exciting Liquid game though. What a turnaround. Luke Smile with 25. Sounds like good for Nigma still? Yeah, it's okay. I banned the sniper. It makes me think Bedroom was decent. But then they would have to like offlane Shaker. I don't know if they do that. Yeah. Is it for sure Shaker? Yeah. I'm not sure. Offlane Shaker is a hero I've been experimenting with. It's kind of fun. Real friend.
May naluto ka na dyan.
Meron kaso hindi ko alam kung saan napunta yung mga ginawa ko. Yeah.
Naayos ko
Walang
ulit
lumabas,
yung
oh.
ano ko eh. Setup ko eh.
Oo.
Para mas kabisado.
Not this time.
Hmm.
Sana pwede mo lang bigyan ng nickname tong Trabado. Para mas madali yung ano ko eh.
Honestly, next
Wow.
time I go to
Gago
Worlds
nagbag
event,
yata eh. Sinip-sip lang yung mga item na binili ko.
casting instead of paneling if possible. I think casting is
So, nakakatawa
in my
naman to.
opinion. I don't mind paneling, it's also fun, but I casted a bit with OD Pixel and that was good.
Wala.
That was exciting. I did have OD Pixel to carry me, but you know still. Welsh Wizard is 6 months. No music? Oh, you can't hear it? Spectre? Ain't happening in Storm, bro. Sorry to say. People don't believe in the Spectre cook, but if they don't ban Dusa here, I'm a little bit worried for Nigma. If they think... Yeah, they banned it. Okay, good. They have an offlane Dusa option too, right, on Betboom, so they have a lot of options. It's a good bet. Nigma have to decide if this DK is mid or not. I mean, I don't think Ghost's hero pool is that big though. Ghost. He has been playing. So it is a new safe window. Last spell, wow. There's a silencer for this guy already.
product yung Jane, no?
Pretty low stakes game for Nigma. Betboom need this
Yung?
win a lot more.
Jane.
But I think Nigma
Oh.
almost do no matter what.
Mega
Something
short.
crazy happens. They're gonna be 8 and 4 worst case scenario. I think it's very rare you don't go through the group stage with 8 wins. 7 is usually sometimes tiebreaker and 6 as well in the Stream League format. Talon 6 and 4. Holy shit, guys. The dark horse is here. The 2-0 Navi Jr. are actually pretty strong. 2-0 Yakult Pros. 23 Cabbage has got that OG, leaving OG buff on him. I'm mostly excited about the Group B. I mean, honestly, most groups, I'm very excited to stream with them. Both groups, huge teams like Liquid and Falcons are in deep trouble. Even gaming as well. Yeah, there's the storm, of course. So they're gonna maybe run a Shaper offlane. Or is it Coddle offlane? No, Shaper offlane. Cool. They were probably planning on Medusa. So good read on Enigma that it's possible. But the Storm is good. Good healer against Tinker. Right here with Funnel. I think Betboom have very good draft. Enigma also have a decent draft. They got the answer to the Bristle lane with the Silencer Monkey. Really hard to lane Bristle into this. Brizzler. And your experience of Beckman were not fair. It was very harsh matchups. Against the team. Yeah, I mean, I've experienced with Spectre like a few months now. I had a lot of success with them early in the patch. It's just my last few games haven't been that good. I had pretty decent success with him. I think he's okay. Had a lot of wins in the start. Now lately, a lot of losses though. He's probably gonna be buffed in the next patch, and then we're gonna shine, boys. Don't worry about it. Then we're ready. Sorry about the sound. Wow. I feel so useless on Spectre. Yeah. The only build I feel like works for me is the Refresher Aghanim Radiance build. Where you have like 20 seconds of team fight for this. Good track my package, guys. How's my treadmill going? Not out. It's not coming yet. Guys, do I need to get Red Mill lubricant as well? It's recommending me to buy this. I don't know if it's a scam though. Did I fuck up not getting any? Why do I have to lube my treadmill then? Yes? Fuck. That's a must? Rude, oh, true. Whoa, so male Tinker 45% win rate? He's doing good on it late. I think Core Tinker is doing good today. It's undefeated today, and yesterday at least. Stefani and Bristol is not coming. It's not coming. I'm a big fan of Shaker Offline because I think it's strong enough where it throws everybody off. How to lane against it, it's kind of hard. I had a nice lane with him last time I did it too. Playing the exposure class. Won't let him be. Gold feed the blast.
Saan
Blast
yan?
and you beat the banner. Won't level twice.
Ay, nawala. Visit.
I don't really know the differences, but I believe it. Holy moly, mid lane is a stomp or two for Storm right now. Not looking good for Nigma's lanes. Crashing out. The Q becomes AoE. Ah, okay, yeah. That's the one. One less CS against Carl TP in 7 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
I've seen some Tinkers beat Pucks, and I didn't know Storm was this hard. GPK is just more locked in. Yamish doing the block again, bro. Guy is so good at this blocking shit, bro. I never see anybody succeeding with this. What a beast. I don't care that he dies. I'm still impressed. Base created, I guess. Brain equals brain.
Tulog.
Wait lang.
I thought it was impossible blocking below this level.
Tara.
Walk together, party man. We walk like my treadmill. When we're watching anime, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Okay. A little bit stronger than a level 1 Tusk, I think. Yamich got called out on his fraud. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair tip. That's a fair tip. Yeah, level 1 Tusk is cooking.
Oo.
Yan, yung kanina ba yan?
Enigma does better than Shopify, they will be guaranteed.
Pumayag
to
na
be
rin.
out. Really?
Okay.
Wait, hold up.
Naurawin mo
I
yun.
need to sign up on the Mina qualifier. Guys, isn't that crazy though? Who's gonna be playing in the Mina qualifier if not Enigma? Gonna be a bunch of walkovers, no? Well, not like walkovers in the sense of bad players, but usually don't even show up sometimes. I'm messaging my Iranian Mikeys and stuff in friendly right now. I mean, honestly, I'll be happy if another Mina team made it through, but yeah. VP? Oh shit, VP. Are VP in the Mina qualifiers, guys? Again? Oh my
Yun,
god.
pwede na.
That's crazy though.
Dealer?
Last
Set
year,
up mo nga, pre.
I was in the Mina qualifiers with 3 Mina players.
Sino ba yan? Waylong?
Shit about
Oo.
it.
Wait
Tama.
lang.
We got knocked out by VP. That's
Oo.
crazy.
Ikaw na mag-set up muna.
Who said they were in Dubai? But I don't even know. Bottle Shaker is fun, yeah. This is an old Dota 1 lane, I think, Bottle Shaker. It didn't used to work the same way it does now. And the entire point was to fissure and blast. Dota 1 was just a simpler time, you know? You just fissured and you Bottle blasted and you got a kill. Unstoppable combo.
Mm.
Kaker was one of the first heroes I played in Dota 1, I remember. Because he looked cool, you know, he was a bull, and I like bulls, you know, in games. I played Tauren in World of Warcraft, you know. Talking cows, they're like cool, I don't know. Maybe that's why I like Bristle, because it's kind of like almost that direction. Who knows? You guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. Shut up.
Sino?
We don't flex too.
Kompleto na.
Eh pa.
You guys got some fucking issues and shit. I know what you guys are thinking, which is like, oh, wish I didn't.
Deposit tayo, deposit.
Free sport. That was
3K lang pera ko.
Bulubi.
Sinipsip nung ano yung binili kong mga seeds eh. Gago.
I do identify.
Nawala.
as a Tauren. I have to.
Ganun pala yung pagpuno yung inventory nila.
Setapan mo nga pa.
Sino? Si Wei Long.
Ano, Waylong. Kung sino
Kompleto na
yung
ba yan?
Naka-assign. Hindi pa, pero marami na rin eh.
It's just the best. It's just the best class in World of Warcraft, I have to tell you. I'll accept Orc Warrior as well.
Ako, mga big time yan ah. Mga favorite customer ko. Yung optimal sa kanya. Yung optimal customer.
Sa Suburbia,
Oo nga. Optimal to.
mga Suburbia ba yan?
Suburbia yan. Si Wei Long.
Mga docks yan eh. Mga
Docks ba yan?
nilalagay mo. Oo.
Nakalagay dito eh. Suburbia, Wei Long.
Ayun o, puro docks.
Ah, medium spender. Dito nga.
Let's see, yeah, 600 gold for echoing those ancients, not bad. Noob is dead again, but it is what it is, you know, as Miracle said. Let's get up the Miracle quote right now, guys. I need it.
55.
Where is it? Let's get a pro tip from Nigma right now, guys. Everybody ready?
Hello, this is Miracle from Team Nigma, and the pro tip of today is that it is what it is. Follow us for more pro tips.
Right, right. I remember. Nubis has the mindset, you know. Mindset has been passed on.
Wala pa yung iba.
Yes.
Replay it once. Goat speaks, you listen. Yes, I'm not replaying it. Sorry for YouTube frogs, you guys couldn't hear that. There were subtitles though.
Pine.
Zip on GH. What it is? Blink early, and the game is pretty stabilized for Betkin now. AA is dying a little bit. Oh boy. They're making a very quick rotation here. Sumail might be cooked if he doesn't TP right now. Oof, okay. Important. net worth on Tinker now. Beppo making quick moves all over the map. Nigma are doing a good job dodging them. Is there another pro tip of the day from Miracle I can get? I'm kind of curious. I never looked into it too much. They used to do these pro tips like every day. But I know they all got lost in the void. I can't find one. Increase volume. Ah, it's a rough kill. Ghost dying there. A blast coming in for fun, I guess. What facet did we go on DK this time? Also green. Green into armlet. Okay, I will accept this a little bit better more this game. I think the green is good if you go the armlet build. I don't like the green with the maelstrom. I'm not sure what happened to the blue one. People stopped picking it. Huh?
All right, here's a video I really wanted to make because you have the feeling that you're stuck in your growth. You feel like you're no longer progressing, or you feel like even though you have access to the right resources and the right content, you still aren't achieving the goals that you thought you would be achieving. That's why I wanted to make this video, because you might be under a certain like spell or effect that you're not even aware of. So I'm gonna break it down. This isn't only about drawing, by the way. This is about anything you want to achieve in life. This happens to all of us, and the thing I really like about this is that once you understand that principle, it's much easier to live pain-free. A lot of you have already heard of the effect itself, right? It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. Simply put, if we have a scale, on one scale we have confidence, right? This is your confidence in doing things, achieving
Bago wala nang
things.
bumibili ng
And on
shard
the
ko.
other scale, you have
Puro
competence,
Bojack.
meaning that these are the skills you actually
Pero-
have with the goal you have. Now, what happens in the Dunning-Kruger effect is that
Ang hirap
in
magbenta.
the beginning, when you set out to learn something completely new that you're unaware
Maybe
of
Tormentor soon, that's
what
gonna
the
be an important one.
difficulties in that area of expertise are, you become very
really cancel
high
this.
in confidence because it's what they call naive optimism. You think you know everything about what you need to learn because you saw a tutorial online. You're like, cool, got this. I'm gonna learn this, right?
Pero
And
pang
that
endgame na rin to
quickly
eh.
turns into
Shirt.
what they call the valley of
Yung
despair.
breed na to.
And then if we push through
Oh,
that,
maraming ano
we
yun.
come into
Effect.
the slope of
Madami nga.
enlightenment
Madi na
until again we hit sort
Ah,
of this
8.
very slow growing plateau of expertise. Right? So here we have naive optimism. Here we have the
11%.
valley of despair as described by Dunning-Kruger, and we have the slope of enlightenment, and then here we have guru level expertise. This is over a long period of time. At least that's what you see when people explain the Dunning-Kruger effect. Now here's my thing. The Dunning-Kruger effect actually happens on a weekly or even daily basis. And this is why a lot of the times you get stuck in not progressing. Here's what I mean by that. Let's say you want to be able to learn to draw professionally. Cool. That's a long-term goal. So that means that in the beginning, and all of us had this, we saw something that we wanted to achieve, like drawing in a certain way, painting in a certain way, and we saw tutorials online in 5 steps, I'll teach you everything you need to know about drawing. And you watch that video and you're like, got it. That's all I need to do. So let's go, right? So you start with naive optimism because you don't really know what's going on. You're just like, I have a goal. I need to reach that goal. Don't know anything about what I need to do to get to that goal. But you found something and you're like, wow, I'm optimistic. I'm so excited to do this because there's a lot of excitement going on. And so you start with that, so you're very high in confidence, but you're still very low in competence. You have no skills in that area of expertise.
I like it a lot more.
And so you set out to learn something, and then suddenly, by learning it, by trying to learn it, even if you have access to the right resources, by the way, you suddenly realize, like, hey, this isn't as easy as I thought it was. Especially given, like, the guru goal, because this is what you're setting out to learn. You're like, wow, that's a big gap. And so what you end up going through is like the valley of despair, right? So you become less confident in your abilities naturally, as you should, because you don't have any freaking competence. So you go
Good
down,
counter jump.
and right, you go through these various stages,
What
right? It's not
feels
like you
Nick
drop
are
down
slipping
instantly,
behind, they are
but you
keeping
go
up
through
in
these
the net
various
pool.
stages, and you start to realize that this is a lot harder than I thought
a
that it
little
was.
bit worried about the
And you
mid to
end
late
up
game,
in the
though. I
Valley
actually
of
prefer
Despair.
Red Bull's
Now, the
lineup.
Valley of Despair
got
is
Shaker,
where
they got
you
better
actually
team fights,
already
Shaker
have a bit of
sounds
skill.
alright. They got Monkey,
That's important to
probably gonna
realize.
outscale DK and
But
Storm
compared to
probably
your goal,
ish outscaling
it's nowhere near
Tinker,
you
right?
thought you would be. So you actually are very
Universal
low,
factor could kick
in
but he's
confidence.
solo network now, so not yet.
and you have
DHS
some
is
skill,
gonna
but it's
die.
not enough to
Autumn Storm is
justify
ravaging the map.
sort of the goal you still want to reach. And so this is a lot of the times where people, any people, by the way, people that want to start a business, people that want to go to the gym, people that want to be an artist, here's where they quit.
Can I get
Right,
a
this is that
live feed
quitting
from
point.
a
For a
spectator?
lot of
I
people,
could
this is the
maybe
quitting
if I
point.
tried
Now,
really
if you
hard,
push through it,
but I have
which
to
a lot
get
of you
4
watching this
different live
video,
feeds.
you've already doing
games
art
and
for a
have to
long
realize
time, so
it's a lot of
you
effort.
actually
Sometimes
push
orgs
through it,
give
you
me,
realize that you
bleeding
don't have
sometimes.
all the skills you need in
chilling,
order
though. I
to
don't
get
mind
to
a
the
little
goal
bit
that
of
you
background
want.
noise to
So
commentators.
most of you, I would say, in the long-term goal, so you guys are actually like here, right? Most of you are, which is great. It's fantastic. That's what you want to be. That's learning. But this is on a long-term basis.
Tulog-tulog.
Now, a lot of you actually are sort of like stuck at some point along this slope of enlightenment. You realize that you're progressing, you understand what you need to do to progress, but still you feel stuck.
Oh, geez,
Now, the
first
reason
team
for
eliminated,
this,
guys.
and this is something I've noticed, and this is something I don't see people talk about a lot, is the Dunning-Kruger effect
Oh, jeez.
actually has very short-term cycles as well.
They're not
So
getting
it's not
dinner
only a
tonight from the
long-term
Northdale
thing,
house.
there's also a short-term Dunning-Kruger
Going
effect.
hungry. Nice
What
work,
I mean
Alden.
by this is that
Damn, Peppa.
Very
once
quick.
you understand your long-term goal, you have other goals that you understand you
Pwede
need
na.
to get to that goal. So,
So nakikita yung amo ng
to
baril.
get to
Ayun pala
a
may
lion
number.
liquor level
I
of
don't think
painting,
so.
right? That's the ultimate goal for you. Just like I
Wala
want
man
to
ng
keep
ano
that level.
I
crosser.
don't think
Great.
we'll
Visit.
Now
No,
you
no.
understand because you've pushed through that valley of despair. You didn't quit art.
But
You got through
honestly,
it.
this tournament for
Like,
them
okay,
didn't
I
matter that
need
much,
to
obviously,
understand
because
lighting, I need to
they have,
understand inking, I need to understand
uh,
form really well. So you
they have the
actually
TI calls
create
coming up.
these sort of
They have the TI
mini
calls
goals
coming up.
that also
And,
exist on this
Riyadh
Dunning-Kruger
walls as well
effect.
for both teams.
And here's the thing.
They have two
Now that you're
chances
like,
to make it
okay,
to the
I
big
need to
tournament.
understand lighting, you start again
what
because
will
you're
matter
like
for them.
naively optimistic. You're like, I got it.
I hate this
I
DK
need
pick
I
on
need
Nick Mott, dude.
lighting
I've seen a
because
lot of
I'm on
DKs
the
this
I'm on the
tournament.
slope of
Like,
enlightenment. I
maybe
know
5
where I
times.
need to get
Look
to. I know
bad
what I
every
need to
single
do,
I've
and
never
I'm
seen it
starting to
before, not
improve.
even once.
So like, I need to get better at
Skeeter
lighting.
isn't decaying, neither should
Then
he.
you set
That's
out to
what he
do
should
lighting again with naive optimism, and reality
Maybe, like,
sets
Move
in
has
again.
decent farm.
And this is a more,
His
for
build
me, a
is
more dangerous
aggressive,
reality
physical, like,
actually
if he gets, like, a fat
than the
ass
long-term
Daedalus
one,
Titanic, I can see
because
Eric
you start to
getting-
understand really well, like, wow, I really need to know a lot about lighting in order to get to that guru level.
So
So
bad.
again, you're starting to get
Help.
a bit more demotivated, your
ages.
confidence goes down, and this is in a week, right? I'm talking about a week period here, or even on a day. Like
Oh,
you
they
set
have
out a day, you're like,
Blue
I'm gonna
Ball as
learn
well.
lighting.
Missed the
You
monkeys,
start with
though.
naive optimism, you're like, wow, I'm
Kinda
gonna just
buying some
learn
space.
today. And again, reality
Glimmer.
sinks in, and you get to that
They got
valley
in
of
their
despair
turn
much
now.
quicker
Wait,
because
Yamas
it's
is,
on a
like,
short
way too
term.
aggressive here, though.
And in that
Nice
valley
play.
of despair, what you're actually realizing
No global now,
is
don't
that,
overchase here.
man, I'm nowhere near the lighting I need to get to my
Enigma
ultimate
wanted to
goal.
overchase,
Right?
they
I don't
realized.
have the skills, that particular skill I need to get to that lion liquor level of painting. I don't have that at all. So you have some confidence, but your confidence is suddenly very low. And this,
Which
for me,
what's
is the
bigger
most
now, TR
dangerous
Riyadh
part.
now in terms of
This
prestige?
is where
I
a
think
lot of you
teams value
actually
whatever
quit.
gives them more money.
A lot of you actually quit
In the
here.
end of
What
the
I
day.
mean by this
But obviously
is
TI,
that you quit
will have a
pursuing
special place in
the
all of
lighting
people's
goal,
hearts, I think.
and you
Even now
switch
when
to
it's
another
smaller
goal
than it used to
because
be.
you're like, you're here, right, on the long term. You're switched to like, then I guess I'm gonna learn something about inking, right? Because I also need to learn that, so I'll
Crazy
just
to
do
think
that.
one TI
And then you
nowadays
repeat
is
the
less
cycle.
than-
So you go with
you win
naive
10
optimism
TIs
into
with
inking
current
again,
price, it's less than one
and
of the
you
1
realize like, oh shit, I'm not as good as inking as I
That
thought I
was
was.
the crazy one.
Boom, valley of
I don't
despair,
think
and
those
you
have
quit
ever
again.
had that big of a prize pool.
And this is what I mean
I think if we
with
capped it at
consistency.
10 million
This
many
is what
years ago,
consistency
I
is
think
about.
everybody would
I
be
know
happy
that
and it would be
every time I
sustainable.
mention consistency to people, to artists,
Or maybe
they're like,
even
yeah, I got it.
five.
Yeah, draw every day. I
don't
got it.
know,
I
yeah.
got it, bro.
That's live, you know
I
what
got it. I know what you mean. But usually they're not consistent. They might be drawing every day, but they're not consistently working
Valve
in
got
this
COB $0
slope
for free
of
months.
enlightenment
Guys, I'll tell you right
to
now,
actually
Valve's
get to their
gone.
ultimate goal. They
AI is
always
gonna
quit
become
at
way
the valley
bigger.
of despair when things get
Because
hard, and they move on
Only Valve is
to
stopping the battle. passes,
another
right? The new
object
developers do
or
that way
subject.
less. We're
An
making-
easy
we can
one
make
to
100 million
understand
extra a year by
is
just
I want to be an
using
animator.
Valve.
Ultimate goal. I know that in order to do animation, I need to actually learn how to animate simple things. I need to learn about storytelling. I definitely need to learn how to draw hands. So you're like, got it, gonna do hands. Naive optimism. You're like, shit, hands are
But hey,
hard.
I don't want
Well,
Valve to give up to me.
I tried
just want
today,
them to hire more
and
people.
tomorrow I'll go on
All the
with
requests.
storytelling or something else. Because I did my part today, and you're off, right? So what you did is you actually quit in the cycle before you got any expertise, and this is an important point. In order to, like, if we put this in gamification terms, in order to level up here, get some experience points, you actually need to reach a certain point on this slope. And on the short term, you actually need to reach this point. You actually
Valve
need to
doesn't
have
hire
learned
interns or juniors.
something
They only
new
hire senior
that
software
gives you
engineers.
high
I don't know,
confidence
that-
and
that's-
high
that sounds like
confidence
not-
that you
nobody
can
else does
repeat
that
this over time. So coming back to hands, if you learn something new about hands, or like, let's say hands are, and it can be a very small detail, hands look that way when they make a fist, right? There's this sort of arch to them that I know that if I draw them that way, they look more natural than if I were to
Wasn't
draw
there
them
this
as a
one story
box
how,
like I
a
used to do.
Korean
That's
intern
a
or
small
something saved
Dunning-Kruger
Valve
effect
from, like, a huge
that you
lawsuit?
nailed, that you
he
suddenly
read-
now know
He
because
went
you've
through
drawn it
contract
a
in Korea
lot.
and stopped the lawsuit
But
or
if you
something like
quit
that.
before you make that realization,
I think
you
I
start
remember
all over from
someone
scratch
telling a story
again.
like that in some
And this
sort
is
of
what is
documentary.
stopping your growth.
Anyone know?
That's the
somebody knows
exact
what I'm
thing
talking about, right?
that is stopping your growth. Not only in art, but in life. Because life works the exact same way. And this is what I mean when I tell people, if you know the principles, you can live pain-free. A lot of people, I get so many messages from people like, Antonio,
Whatever, it doesn't
how the fuck do
thought they
you
added
work
this.
so
Maybe not.
many hours and not get burned out, right? So I'm not a big believer in burnout
I was an intern of the law.
in the sense that you get burned out if you stay here too long without actually knowing why you're there, right? I think a burnout is
I live in
usually
Seattle
something
area
that
and work
there's
in
something.
tech. Now this
It's
first
almost
station
like
is hiring. They pay well,
insanity
they
is
don't
like
hire.
trying to do
it's-
the same or doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different
noticeable
outcome
for
each
us to
time.
some-
That's sort of like
no
the
one
definition of
development
insanity.
stuff
Well, I think
not as
burnout
fast as
comes
it
close
used to
because
be.
you're like you're doing
A lot of the
things,
people
you're
who work
doing
on it now
things,
are
but
actually
in
working
this
on
sort of
deadlines,
valley of despair,
unironically.
you're not getting different outcomes, and therefore you actually deal with a lot of
That's-
pain and
that's
stress.
the way it is.
However, if I put it back to working
But we're
out,
getting a big
training,
fan soon, guys. So
I
maybe
know the
maybe I'll
principles
be
of
wrong.
what it
Let's hope so.
takes to get good in terms of consistency.
bet
And it's
first, no?
this exact sort of Dunning-Kruger effect
Yeah,
on
go for it.
the short term and the long term. So I know that I have to go through this all the time, but I actually have to push through it. And I know at the end of it, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna get better, I'm gonna better. Right? I'm always gonna get better. And when you know that you're gonna have to pass through station 2 anyway, then you live pain-free because you know what's at the end of it. And I think that's super important that you start realizing this.
Sira yung
If
pattern
you're
ng
someone
isang
that
butso.
feels like they're stuck, they're almost at like a burnout
Yung?
point with
Yung
art.
isang trabador na
I feel
sira
like
yung
you need to
pattern.
understand the
Ay.
reason why I say
updating the, like, the
consistency is
test
so
numbers, right?
important is that when you set out to go and draw and learn hands, you actually set out different days in the week for a long period of time, or like at least a good amount of time to learn hands, because you have to get past the valley of despair and into that slope of enlightenment. And I've mentioned this in another video, is that kind of perfectly correlates to what I'm saying about that short-term memory that you have when you learn something. When you only fill it a little bit, what you're doing here exactly, is it's never going to flow over into that large hard drive where it actually needs to flow into in order for you to be confident and competent at the same time. So you need to do a couple of days of drawing hands. You need to get through this to really fill it up so that some of that knowledge actually sprinkles over into your hard drive. And this is when
That's crazy.
you've acquired
I
a
feel
new
like this
skill.
model- this
However
model
small
thing
it
is-
is,
if you are
any
perfect,
sense of progress that you
recalling,
make is
probably
motivating,
the
okay?
most broken
Any
era
sense of
project.
progress
Like
you make
OpenAI
here
would shit all over
makes you
humans
high in
with this.
confidence. But
hard
if
to,
you're
like, play
here
perfectly.
and you have this sense of, well, guess it didn't work today, I'll try something else tomorrow, all you're doing is you're recycling this point. And that is what's making you frustrated. And I see this all the time with people. A lot of students that we have, I see it with sometimes members of my team that also want to get better at drawing, is that you get into this cycle of, oh, man, maybe
That
drawing's
box
not for
player is
me.
actually dead.
And
It's
that
just,
really hurts me. It hurts me. And not even drawing, anything in life that people want to achieve, whether it's getting fitter, whether it's wanting to
really
start a
not that
business,
bad.
whether it's want to just be
They had a
good
bit
at
of a
their
bump a
job,
few months ago,
whether it's
but
whether it's
not that
about
bad.
building better relationships, doesn't really
I wouldn't
matter
say
what
it's
it
a
is.
dead game.
But a lot of the times people stay stuck
Minsan naubos
here
pera.
on the
What
short
the
term,
hell?
let alone the long term. A lot of the times people understand what they need to do to get to
Baka
the long
hinututan
term.
ka na.
It's like, yeah, do it a lot, right? Stay consistent,
Wala.
stay motivated. Awesome. So the danger is actually in the fact that
Mysterious
these
eh, no?
short-term
Mata.
cycles of the
Wala
Dunning-Kruger
pang
effect,
deposit yan, bre.
you quit too
Ako?
early on.
Yes.
Even, and this is the thing, right? This is the
9K pa lang
sort of
pera ko eh.
fucked up thing. Is like, even if you have a perception of like, well, I did something today, it's just like,
Who cares if the game is
it's a
dead?
lot
Nag-order
harder than I
ako eh.
thought it was, but I did something, so I probably learned something. Like, I probably learned something. So you quit and you do something else the next
Kunin mo
day.
kayo mga
And this is
dealer.
where you lose most of that knowledge. And this is why a lot of you guys
Meron
stay
naman
stuck
lang yun eh.
at like a station here or here. And you guys,
Wala pala si
you have
Jim.
an eye on that sort of goal you want to reach,
Yung
but
si
you just,
Benji
like,
at si
you're
Brad.
stuck and you don't know
Benji
why.
yun.
And I'm saying, I'm telling you, a lot of the times this is why. This is why you're stuck. That's all it is. And that's all I have to say about that. Right? You can make that as specific as you want about what goals you want to reach. Or maybe that's a good thing, right? Maybe you need to make a scale like this, put down your sort of guru end goal, but then write down these little blocks of what you now know you need to hit to get to that goal, and also treat those as this Dunning-Kruger effect. So if tomorrow or next week you're like, wow, okay, so I want to learn perspective. I'm not going to do it for one day because I know I'm going to be very optimistic about the fact that I know that I need to learn perspective. But once it gets hard, I'm going to quit and do something else. Don't do that.
Ayan,
Set out
50K.
to do perspective for a long period of time until you have that feeling, that confident feeling. That's only something you can feel. You're confident that you learned something new that will stay with you almost forever. That's when you actually know you learned something. And when you know that, then you can go on and learn the next thing. I wanted to make this video because I don't want people stuck in their artistic growth or any growth in life. So for that reason, I wanted to make this video. I hope it helped you. Let me know if this resonates with you and give me like an example of what you think has been a goal that you've almost always been stuck in this sort of cycle and actually never got to learn anything new about that sort of smaller goal on your way to the big goal. Right? Very curious to hear your thoughts and if that resonated with you. Cool. As always,
Last
stay
order.
creative and happy
Drop
drawing.
Yes, sir.
by Ghost in the back. He fucked them up. PPK! No way.
You guys.
They're committing on Kirtic will beat for no reason. He had no beat, he just went in there. I'm gonna get the Aegis, guys. I got this. He didn't want to be outshined by PPK, you know? He wanted to do the same thing. The banner.
Tara.
Let's see. Oh, this was. I wanted to see how Ghost won that fight. If Luke wasn't maybe busy delays in his team, he
Ang
would
bagay sa motor.
have about this zip thing. Very clean steal. What the fuck was he doing? That's your that's your friend that's new to Dota that you party queue with right there. I'm gonna get a quick break.
Kala ko bibili mo na. Di ba?
Biling ko pa.
Ako.
Ha? Nyari. Nagbawas ka ba?
Hindi. Nag-skateboard lang ako dito.
Lander mo na ako.
Ba't gano'n nabawasan ng 5k?
Get ready for the sound, guys. One sec. I don't know if you guys gonna pick this up.
The hell?
May kumakain yata ng pere.
Yung bulsa ko nga rin na mabawasan eh. Ayun.
F, what the fuck are you guys doing? Oh! It's still what is... Oh, what the heck? Oh, Samir. That's really bad. That's really bad. He got blinked in. Oh, god, that was so bad for Samir. Noob is dying too. No. Nigma, please. Ghost though. Ghost does not give up like that easy. He's a support slayer, dude. Bottle is very broken, yeah. Suddenly a 3-man gank is on your face and you're like, what the fuck?
Ay, press sa ano, no?
Nowhere. You
Sa Monday.
this game, right?
Ay.
If
Pwede
you
tayo
lose
maaga,
this,
di ba?
you will feel so bad.
Oo.
Maaga na lang. Ayoko talaga ng hapon.
Ako
Isip
rin.
na...
Ay, pero muli, butik nga mapakaway dun eh.
Mapaaway? Saan?
Oo. Kasi di ba may mga jeep dun?
Oo.
Mantayan. Ano, yung sasakay sana ako, tapos nanguunahan, di ba? May nagpupumilit sumingit dun.
Naku po, nakakagigil yan po.
Oo.
Ang gala.
Hinarangan ko ng kamay ko, pre.
That's what Liquid are complaining about?
Mainis.
Oh, nainis. Hindi
Ano
rin
sabi
ako
mo?
nakapasok,
Lalaki ba?
Pares kami, oh. Pares kami, hindi nakapasok. Pero
Ano
kahit
sabi
naman
sa'yo?
di ko siya harangan, pre, ano eh.
Hindi ka
rin siya
talaga
makakapasok eh. Oo. Kasi sa harap namin para may 3 tao, 4 na tao pa eh.
Yun lang.
Oo, pre, sama ng tingin. Tinitingnan ako eh. Alam
Anong
mo yun,
sabi?
Ang haba ng tingin. Tapos ang sama.
Wala naman sinabi.
Wala, pero alam mo yung ano eh. Halataan eh. Hindi lumayo na ako. Tapos tinitignan pa rin ako, pre. Pupal. Isip ko nga kung nilapitan ako si Pahan ko yun eh.
Gago. Brutal to.
Iyakin. Iyakin.
Matanda sa'yo.
Oo, matanda.
Naku po.
He needs BKB on Tinker. I don't know.
Parang
He can't play like
ewan
this.
eh.
It's impossible.
Hindi naman rin makakapasok. Tapos huwag nanghanap ka pa ng away abnormal.
This game is for the first time actually.
Hanap ko ng sakit ng katawan, no?
Kaya nga. Tanda na iyakin pa rin.
Naku, kung kay Roy yan.
Right now.
Kumbugin niya.
Right now.
Ang laki pa naman ng tao
I've
na Roy.
seen a lot of Tinker play well.
Sino pa ba? Siya kasi ano? Sino to?
Daryl.
Hindi. Yung kapatid mo. Peaceful yan eh, si Dari.
Baseball yun.
Sino to?
Hindi, nintay ko nga lang kung lalapitan ako eh. Alam ko na
Palag na.
gagawin ko eh. Oo, hampasin ko ng bag, tapos tatadya ko eh.
Let's say it, guys. You see
Gago, wala namang laman yung bag mo.
Kaya nga, wala kang alaman. Pang distract lang ba? Para masapak mo, di ba?
Ayo, eh, pwede rin. Oo.
Ganun lang yun. Oo,
Gago,
pre,
nag-iinit ka na nun, no?
kasi- Oo, pre. Ulit-ulit kasi ako tinitignan eh. Nakakaoras.
story banning the boozer every time.
Dati naman ano gusto mo.
Ha?
Bading ba? Bading ka ba?
Sasabihin ko sa akin.
This game, let's see. I think I already planned it.
Kasi di ba nung hinarangan ko? Tinignan niya ako nung matagal eh. Nakita ko sa peripheral ko. Eh, tinignan ko rin siya. Ano yun talaga pre, tinitigan niya talaga yung mata ko eh.
Yun, no?
posted. I'm not sure which one that is. matters the most.
Hindi pumesto na ako sa likod kasi magabang na lang ng iwang
Game
ano.
in, we haven't watched any game.
Inisip ko na kung
Last
magagrab
game-
ako eh.
last- when
May
game
cellphone na
1-0,
ako.
11-0, so
Pagtingin ko sa
I
taas,
was
nakatingin pa rin sa akin, pre. Nititigan ako eh. Kupal. Ang inisip ko nga rin eh. Kasi tumabi ako doon sa may guide rail. Kasi ako nauna siya, pre. Alam mo na gagawin ko. Hindi naman ako kinabahan eh. Tangkad lang siya,
Kaya mo.
pero payatot lang.
Gago paglabas nun, laki pa lang.
Ang babantay mo lang naman doon kung may dalang nan eh. Kuchilyo, ano.
Long.
Diba?
Uy, no.
Kung wala naman, medyo patas kayo. Pwede mo naman batuin yun.
Patukan mo.
Oo, hanap ko lang bato dyan sa daan. May basura.
Kaya nga.
3 for 3 in this case is massive.
Ano ang iyakin? May ganyan ba? May ganyan pala. First step.
Oo, gago, madami.
This shot is like objectively one of the worst in the game.
Parang di nag-iisip eh. Kung titignan mo naman, di ka talaga makakapasok eh. Kasi parang may marami pang tao.
Whatever, it counts as points.
Hanap ka ng kaaway.
Oh, they might find Miro. The quill. They got him. Oh, the beautiful echo to put one more aftershock so he doesn't get killed.
Siguro pag tingin niya, porket estudyante. Kaya niya, kaya.
I don't know. Can Sumail buy BKB or what?
Takot siya, gago.
Takot.
He needs it
Peaceful
now.
ako, pre.
Hindi, pag nakasalamin yata,
Now is
pre,
Oo nga eh, no? Pag nakasalamin.
parang hindi mo rin papalagan eh.
Kala nila binibasic lang eh.
Kaya na malabo na nga matay sa atin.
Hmm? Kaya kung malabo na
Papalagan ko pa ba to?
GPK loses this game. This is one of the best storm performances I've seen lose a game in a while.
Pero nung paulit-ulit niya ako tinitignan, iniisip ko nun eh. Lalapitan ako na itong bugok na to.
Gago pag nakuha niya yung salamin mo,
High impact
disadvantage yun.
and it's flex.
Di kaya nga gagawin mo, bag mo na gagamitin mo. Weapons ang data din naman yung bag eh.
Yeah, Ghost Level 25 is huge.
Diba?
On the green.
Pwede ko na mai-tackle kung walang ano. Balyain mo lang.
You might take the HP,
Hmm.
right? The left one means like your minus armor and stuff.
Problema lang yan kung maraming makikupal. Yung namin ganyan.
Mm.
Diba?
Mm.
Baka ako pa yung
It matters
pag-initan.
when you're blue dragon, but when you're green, I don't think it matters.
Ay, napatawa talaga yun.
Think defensive make all this.
Sabay
special
nagalit.
stuff. Yeah, it does. I think. The shard maybe it's not that terrible. Nah, it's still very bad. Because it's so little effective damage on you.
Ay, hindi ko na kasi sumabit.
Yung sumabit.
Kahit ako hindi rin ako sumabit. Ito yung isipin mo, nawalan ka ng mali, gago.
That's why I like the blue better.
Disgrasya
Nagulungan ka pa ng,
The blue
nagulungan ka pa ng boss ang puta. Ayun.
Pag wala ko ng
Kawawa.
malay, nasalo ko pa ng isang kotse.
euros.
Solid.
Oo nga.
Fine, I guess.
Double dead pa.
How many do you have? I got you.
Dapat nag-grab na akala ko nun eh.
Bakit di ka nag-group?
Mahal-mahal kasi pre.
Euros.
Tipid-tipid muna na.
Currency anyway. At least not dollars. 90k? I got you.
Naisip ko na, dapat nga ata
Let's say,
sumama
if
na
I
lang
was
kay Mike dun eh.
theoretically Elon Musk, you think
Di ba
I would
pa Ayala yun?
giving everybody in the
Oh,
chat
doon ka na lang mag ano,
these people
MRT.
1.5
Oo nga eh.
million, 800,000
Tanong ko nga sa kanya.
Yeah, ala.
afford, be able to give everybody
Sabihin na
1
lang kay
euro each
Mikey.
for one fine coin? I think I would actually.
Tulungan ko nun, gago, nag-gym yun eh. Bugan
Maybe
doon.
not. I'm not even sure.
Kaya
There's
ko
too many
naman pa.
people here, bro.
Mababa lang stop.
Hindi,
You think so easy?
dami na. Layo.
Let's say the average guy in chat has like 50 to 100k, right? I think
Kaya
that's
talaga
a lot.
odado ka. Makurit ka sa mukha
Some
nun eh.
people have millions, some
Alam yun, tas yung bunganga niya pre, parang
The
gaano ba
average guy has
nagmumurmur.
like 50, let's just say
Ina na
50K,
itong bata, mukha ganun ba eh.
50,000 times
Bad.
10,000.
Bading ka eh. Yun tao, tapos sarap sigaw, bading ka ba?
Million? Only million? Bro, that's
Tapos sabay mo yung cellphone mo, buksan mo yung cellphone mo, may kausap ako, bobo.
Oo nga.
even if the average guy has 200,000,
Ano?
it wouldn't even
Tapos
be,
pag nagalit sa'yo,
it would
ah,
be like 1% of my
ganun
net
ako kunyari hindi mo alam.
Kausap ako
Only
boss.
2 billion? Pay
Naka-earphones
everybody in
ka
chat
pa. Di ba?
Damn. That's crazy.
Pero yung laki nakatakot ko yung malay mo may dalang ano yun, di ba? Chilyo.
Like
Yung mali-
1% of
meron nga yung maliit eh.
everybody in chat.
Kaya nga.
Yung maliliit na kutsilyo.
What the fuck am I doing?
Yung matamaan ka lang nun sa leg, wala na, GG ka na.
Oo pre, kahit sa kamay nga lang eh.
That is crazy.
Pwede ka mamatay sa ano, di ba?
Bleeding,
Oo,
oo.
bleeding.
Scale when you come to going to the
Delikado
buildings,
eh.
it's
Sa
wild.
list.
What am I
Kaya yung
doing?
number one weapon ko talaga dyan, yung bag ko eh. Ano yun? Armor.
Shield mo.
Oo.
Oo.
Armor pati
I
ano,
would've- if
range
I had
weapon.
Elon Musk money, guys, I would have you covered, guys. If I ever am worth
dapat
200
nire-refill
billion,
ko yung
I
tubigan
promise
ko eh.
to pay everybody out in chat.
Pampabigat.
Gagong bigat yan.
For
Diba?
each fine point, okay? If I get 200 billion, I got you. If it's 1%, I could do it. Good for me,
Kamukha
guys.
pa nung
I'll
register.
invent the next thing.
Yung
Just help
ano,
me with
yung
ideas,
baling
guys.
dun.
We just need to
Tingkit?
invent something together.
Ay, gago yung
Yung
maitim.
matangkad, yung matangkad.
Self-lubricating? No, I'm just
Ano
kidding.
kaya dun?
The next something.
Ano wala na.
Late gaming, this is 60 months.
Yung tao ko. Tulog tayo.
Hindi ko pa magbebenta.
Sige lang.
Ooh, spacesuit. Yeah.
Nagkabot na ako ng
Tara.
maraming produkto eh.
Oh boy, here we go.
Saan mga pulis.
Tara.
Okay, Kataomi dead.
Kaya malapit na.
Laser bouncing. Move is
Na
dead.
30 FPS na lang ako. Puta, ba't ganun? Meron.
GPK versus Ghost.
Sapin.
GPK flees. Barely.
Ay, nakita mo yung sale?
It's a decent fight for
Dami XP.
Nobody pressed buybacks.
Witcher ba yan?
Somebody mention, guys.
Laki ng sale ngayon. 90% ang puta.
You never have to change your
Kung mahilig ka dun. O RPG.
design for
Ganda nun
gaming.
eh. Isa sa pinakamaganda akong nalaro. The Witcher 3. Oo. Nasa
Multi ba
top
yan?
3 ko yan. Witcher 3. Hindi yata. Pero sobrang ganda yan.
I feel
Sila yung
that's a
gumawa ng
really
Cyberpunk
idea right there. I don't know what you guys
Okay.
CD
Trying to
Projekt
innovate
Red.
here, you guys cramping on my
Sweet,
style.
ano? Swedish yata.
Hell, GPK is zippity zapping.
Wala ah.
Focusing Ghost. Ghost no dragon form, no BK.
Anong wala?
He needs to run right now. This
Yan
is
pala.
all Roche bashed into. He's dead.
90.
Ganda rin ng DLC niyan eh. Worth it.
I think he has the buyback here. Are they defending this
Pinsan ko
road?
may
Giving
Kung
it up,
bibilid
giving
mo.
it up. Yeah,
Skyrim
that's
mga
bad.
ganun.
Alright, time to go chill mode on Nigma. Early, thank you.
Hindi kasi ako naiinganyo sa ganyan eh.
Bakit?
Dapat
Ganda kaya
simulan
ito.
ko pre, para mahook ako. Pag di ko kasi simulan,
Matry mo lang
di ako mahook eh.
Hmm.
Alam mo yun.
Grinder ako ng mga single player eh. Taan. Puro
Okay.
crack kasi.
Para ko pa lang siya eh. Luigi.
Oo,
Iba
palos.
grinder din yan.
Hmm.
Kaya nga pag ako kailangan ko itry. Parang Elden Ring. Di mo rin ganyan na nun eh. Pero nung in-install
Elden
ko,
Ring?
medyo na-addict ako.
Medyo nawalan ako ng gana doon.
Oo pre, kailangan mo kasi talaga aralin.
Hindi ako mahilig sa mga dodge na ganyan.
Shard on Storm after Pharasma is crazy. The bounces. They're holding
Solid
the move
naman,
for
kaso
Ezreal.
para siyang ano eh.
The
Yung
Ghost
kapang
Fighter.
masochist.
Like that.
Di ba?
Daming
Can't
deaths,
commit to
oh.
Pharasma. It's actually a bad commit, I think. Or is it? Never mind. I was
Daming
assuming that was a bad commit. It's a bristleback, right? Isn't he tanky?
Ano ata ako dyan eh. Halos 200 hours. Kalahati.
Wow.
Kasi bullet
Saan?
case.
That was
Lol.
Refresher, Shard Shaker, and Global, so...
Anong laro yun?
Wow.
Elden Ring.
Ah, Elden Ring.
We will survive, and now Nigma are in trouble for real, though.
200 ang puta, ang dami naman dito.
Oo.
And how is GPK?
Lilibot na
Naka-progress ka ba dun?
Never give away calls.
Hindi.
Oo, kalahati.
That's all we learned on
Hindi na ako nakapasok
Wala
dun sa
ako.
ano. Yung main city.
Ghost got somebody in the back. And
Mm.
Heritage as well once.
Bilhin mo
Hindi ko
na.
matalo-talo yung ano.
Saan ka ba?
Gatekeeper.
Ice Blast clipped him. Just need one more hit. Or two,
Idol,
or
bilhin
three,
mo na.
maybe four. Okay, they got him.
Yung?
Ooh, Sumail sent a shard after him as he
Oo.
was getting out.
Yun.
Nabili mo na ba yung tako?
Winnable, winnable.
Yung nga pala.
But what does Bristle need to survive these goals?
10k siguro launder nun. Sana 20k. Baka malaki. Nakakamiss magsugal lang po siya.
Busy na tayo sa negosyo.
Ano, wala namang kinita.
Laki lang na. Sa dealer
Meron na
kasi,
rin ba?
hindi kasi natututok eh.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, so
Tangina, ayoko ng dealer eh.
Dealer
Parang ang
mga
bagal nila
patakbo
magbenta eh.
Mabagal nga, sobra.
maybe. But I don't
10k
think it's
ang
the same.
puta. 10 to 15 per day.
Pero doon ako yumaman eh. Yung pera ko ngayon.
Off on the damage.
Wala, hindi pa ako
20 na.
kumukuha sa kanila eh. Uy,
Oo.
wala pa akong kinukuha sa kanila.
Kinukolekta ko palagi.
He also
Ako
would
120.
Oo, kahit isang beses.
kite the monkey ulti and get some attack.
Yung pinapakain mo lang.
Oo, binibigyan ko lang tapos iniiwan ko na lang.
I feel about refresh your silence. So this
Wala
should be
natin tong ating
80%
ano.
win rate when you get it. Still stupid. It's so hard. Like, how are you gonna survive a
Tagal
storm
lang mo.
zipping on your
Kaya
ass
to,
for
8K?
10 seconds while you can't even
Litre.
use spells?
Sino yun?
It's gonna be hard.
Yung tao.
Ilang araw na yan.
Ito yung gusto ko gawan ng ano pre.
Being in the game.
No,
It's a
farm.
great series
Yeah.
so far, by the way. These games have
Alin?
Itong shop. Tako.
Hmm.
When did Nigma level up so much? Why are they
Bawal.
so good all of a sudden?
Yung likod lang.
Maliit eh.
Betpool who
Maliit lang yan.
Ng sweatshop.
to win this whole tournament, basically.
Oo, yung likod.
One of the 5 usual winners. Manchester United or Tottenham Hotspur? I don't know, I have a good feeling about Tottenham.
Magkano ang ano niyan?
That's a
Cash, anong cash in pala?
8, 8.
trying to get a rev.
8k lang?
8 na.
Hindi mo lang ginawang 10. Ano ba yan?
Bali 20k per ano. Ano.
Per week.
I don't think there's a single
Ay,
instance
per
that this,
24
normal
minutes.
crowd is better than pipe, because pipe helps your team also, right? Gives you an aura that is 10% less magic damage. They need to TP out now, dude. The storm is zipping. Ah. It's too late. It's too late. That is very
Gusto mo pre, pag ano tayo. I-save natin yung file.
Tapos,
Install tayo mods.
nasa may location mo?
good.
Yung location, alam mo na yung
Pagka
location.
convenience, oo.
Pwede.
Ano muna tayo pera, mga 500 siguro.
How is DK gonna evolve his
Oh,
items? He has
500K?
queued up to Daedalus, yes, but is he
200
gonna
na
replace
siguro.
the armor?
Baka masyado
I
matagal
guess he
yun.
will, right?
Hmm.
At this
Para at
point,
least
Armut doesn't
pwede
do that
natin
much, but the
balikan
problem
sa
is
ano.
when you drop Armut here, you
Pag
have
nag-new
no
update,
attack
diba?
speed, and that's why I kind of like Swiftly call
Kasi
it
medyo
value.
max na rin tayo.
You will lack a lot of attack speed. Hmm. We'll see, I guess.
Kaso may loader ng kasa yan eh. Dahil may sa Valheim.
Oo,
Pacers
May
or
mod
Knicks?
loader.
That's easy, bro. That's the Pacer.
T-mod loader.
Are you guys just messaging me what you're gonna gamble on and am I the gambling guru here? I don't know anything about any sports, guys, just so you know. Yes? Okay. Let's see. Boom boom, double echo on Ghost, didn't get Satanic off. He does that, save the buyback. Man, double echo is rough, dude. Very rough. Ooh, the pull on the Sumail. Okay, they're fine. Jump in. It's quite enough. It's a hard game to win for Nigma. It's mostly because of how good team fight rating they have. And also Nigma.
Kung ano mo yung libreng skin, gagi na ko mo na.
Stunner, right?
Wolverine.
They have DK that has to do the job. She doesn't
Oh,
want
nakuha ko na.
And also GPK literally
Hindi, yung isa pa, yung token.
12-0-18.
Ang token.
Auto steroid 40 down.
May libreng token eh, yung green
This does
token.
not seem like a
Oo.
balanced goal
Apron.
in this game.
Every ano yun eh. Everyday
Everyday.
He has
progress.
room to grow.
Oh.
Yeah, he has Magnums.
7 days yata kailangan.
It's ridiculous.
Dadaan-daanin ko yung boss.
I have a desiring need to play Dota, guys.
Pala, iniipon ko
but
na
May
lang
napili.
yung blue eh. Nag-regret tuloy
I
ako.
wanna pick a hero like Doom or
Ano
something.
ba?
I have a Might.
Parang nakabili ako ng
Gunner
legendary
skin.
na skin oh.
Gunner skin ka kasi.
BKB.
Oo nga.
Anong bibili mo?
Actually, one of
Legendary
the-
Nino.
Yung combo. Raccoon at ano.
Ay, oo. Yung deal ngayon.
Oo. Kaya yung kay
Double
ano,
Midas,
Namor.
pressure, double
Hindi
Midas.
okay.
And then you play
X-Men.
from-
Hindi generic. Maganda lang yung
Feels
ano.
like a good item. You get a lot of HP on that.
Yung
Hmm.
MVP.
I like it, I guess. It's talking a lot of He's night falling off this game. Waiting patiently for any Enigma player stepping on the line.
May bago naman sila lalabas na skin, di ba? Kaya ano na naman.
Sino? Meron yung kay ano eh. Adam.
Oo,
Scarlet Adam.
Scarlet.
Dapat i-rework nila si Adam eh. Puta ng healer yan. Walang movement. Visit.
Wala nga.
Who's gonna get
Dapat
the job?
nakakalipad yun, pre.
Nakakalipad talaga yun. Gago. Kaya nga niyang sa ano pre. Pag lore accurate.
Oo.
One time,
Adam.
he'll just-
Kaya niyang
OP
patayin
yan.
lahat ng karakter dyan eh.
Kaya nga.
Even
Parang
Loki
god
has
yan eh.
room to grow. He has not a lot of network. What a rapper. Noob is only level
Feeling ko nga
24.
dapat nakakalipad yun.
Wait, is Noob playing
Sila
without
nga yung
DK?
walang movement,
Nakakalipad
di ba?
nga.
He is. That's
Hmm.
why I would never.
Kaya na pag deny mo wala.
Oh, no, he got just
Baug
spotted
na.
this guy.
Patay na.
Nakita ko sa concept niya eh.
Fuck that eternal shot. He had
Nakakalipad.
Lumilipad?
Oo.
Oo.
Siguro masyado OP.
Tingin mo pare. Yung rest niya. Ano sa tingin mo? Yung revive. Maganda ba?
Taco Fett with the 69.
Okay lang naman.
Kaya na kaya. Once kasi na nag-ano ka, parang alam na nung kalaban eh. Tapos magre-rest ka pa.
Not even a Rax has been
Low
taken
health
54
pa.
minutes and it's still been quite an exciting
Kaya
game.
nga.
Dapat full hit. Ang ganda sana kung full hit.
Ano nga yung character
Revive.
na yun?
Okay, that's good of Sumail to split push.
Medyo
Here
tricky.
comes Monkey.
No,
They'll
3.
stun on him. Why is he so deep? They cut the tree. Yamich with the quelling blade or what? Holy shit, what is Yamich doing? Okay, he baited the fight though. This could be bad. They
Tricky
wasted
gamitin.
BKB on DK.
Kaya,
Parang kakay din yun eh. Kaya pala
Careful
gusto
mirror
mo
with the
yun.
double echo, but he missed. He got
sino
it.
si?
Oh
Si,
my god,
ano,
what a blunder. But it's A on the surprise,
Si
motherfucker.
Hindi, hit scan yan eh.
Echo.
Oo.
Si Adam. Hit scan yan. Parang hela.
Parang hit scan.
Good jump away.
Mas malaki yung ano.
Hindi, hit scan. Instant. Pag pitik mo, nandun na agad yung damage. Parang gano'n.
There we
Mm.
go. They got
Si Yokai di ba
it.
projectile?
Oo.
Yung arrow niya.
Run. It's full run, full bait.
Kaya
full
pala.
May
bait.
travel distance.
Nah, they got him. Unless
Kaya pala
Ghost
ni
fight back.
Halo no. Gamit.
Oh, binaban yan sa ano yata.
A blast.
Sa pro scene.
Boom. Satanic. He killed GPK. He died twice. Ain't no way Enigma are goated, boys. Ain't no way they ain't goated.
May ano nga sila, may pa-tournament.
It's
Yung
over.
streamer. Hindi ko alam kung sino yun.
Ako
Ano
ngayon
ba?
kay XQC, 250K.
250K, oh.
Sumasalihan yung ano,
Ga-
yung may 14K dun.
Meron ba?
Oo, dun sa ano, yung parang Fortnite. Alam mo yun?
Ay, oo.
Jesus, I mean, so many
Gagayin
misplays
mo.
by
Pwede
Monkey,
naman.
right? Like so many Monkey the suicides. Shaker
Nandun yung ano eh, nasa team yata ni XQC yung number 1 Hawkeye.
Sa kanya. Oo, si
Oo,
Moxie.
napunta sa kanya.
Napag yun eh.
Moxie gago. Moxie tsaka sino to? Yung magaling na napakapalang. Si Arge.
Ah, sige, hindi ko kalala. Si Moxie lang.
Nasa ano yata yun pre? 20,000 hours plus
20,000.
sa ano
Overwatch.
Overwatch. Sino to? Pangalan nitong karakter na yan? Hanzo? Yung arrow
Ah,
din.
si Hanzo.
That might have been him.
Oo lang, napapanood ko yun dati, nag-Hanzo eh.
last game of the day. Good way to end
Makagaling
the
din
day.
naman.
They were
Mataas
kinda
yung
safe
rank
in the
niya eh.
group stages anyway, but they said like, fuck you, Betboom,
Top
you're going
1 yun, ah.
down to the lower
Rock
bracket,
Eye.
and they eliminated.
Hindi yata.
Maybe Betboom are gonna get eliminated now.
Siguro
Di ba?
500. Nasa top 500. Si Arge ba?
That's wild.
Hindi si Moxie.
Good one.
Si Moxie
Alright,
top
what
1
do we
yun.
have?
Rank
We have
1
Arjun
Hawkeye.
versus Navi. We have Liquid
Doon ko
right
nakuha
here
yung
versus
ano,
Wolves
Wolverine eh.
still going on.
Sinispam niya rin
Liquid
yun eh.
look like they're
Wolverine.
getting their well
Ah, nag-wolf siya?
Oo.
Not probably worth not watching this game. This is already kind of over, right?
Doon ko nakuha yung mga
Too big of
ideas
a
eh.
lead.
Kidnap.
Edge versus
Oh, kidnap.
Flipster.
Kaso bog daw sila dun ah.
Ended, I guess, right?
Team
Yeah.
Necros.
Oo, mga ano yung nanalo diba sila
No, it's still
Necros.
going. You can watch a little bit of power
Sino ba
from
nagbuhat
Navi.
dun?
Wow, though. What a game.
Magaling na ata
Tayo nag-
talaga yung teamwork nila.
Teamwork yan. Di lang naman kasi hindi lang Spider-Man magbubuhat yan.
Holy moly. What the hell?
Pero malaki din siguro ang bag ni Necros dun. Magaling mangupal yun eh.
Siguro. So, solo daw kasi siya eh pag naglalaro. Parang hindi siya nasa team.
Oo nga, solo nga. Ang counter kay Necros
Patay.
pa pag magaling yung ano, support.
Mm.
Kasi yung pag pinapalit ko siya paminsan eh.
Nababaog
Pag
siya sa magaling na support.
Oo, pre.
Thank you.
Wala siya magawa.
I appreciate that a lot, my man. I appreciate that a lot. 50 gifted
Pag magaling din
subs. Thank
siguro
you.
yung
Sorry, I
tank
was
na
in
ano,
the
yung
middle of checking the game.
nagpo-protect sa ano.
My man, my motherfucking
Sa
man. I
support.
appreciate that, bro. Give some love to Four Paws in the chat, guys. I know I didn't give him love right away. I'm sorry about that. Thank you, bro. Especially if you got a sub.
So,
Thank you,
nasa
thank
liyan, 14k.
In the
Sheesh.
middle of yapping. I mean,
Dollar.
I'm yapping, it is
Oh.
what it is. You know, like I'm mid yap.
Oh, yun laking pera.
Mid yappers.
Oo, pre. 13k.
Stop saying Wind Ranger
Kaya
legs.
top 3 kung may top 3
We're waiting for
price.
the game on the
Buong
main
team yun,
stage.
di ba? Hati pa.
Best
Oo,
now.
team.
Liquid is kind of winning.
Divided by 6.
But yeah, the game on the main
Pwede
stage
yun,
should
pre.
be the best one.
Sa'yo
right
na
now.
ako yun.
Pwede
Let's see
na.
what games we have remaining again.
Oo.
Ilan yun? Magkano yun? 14k divided by 6.
So,
Ano
OG
bilangin, malulungkot
is
ka
the
lang.
only team eliminated so far.
Mga nasa tayo na, ayoko talaga ng mat.
Nigma and Aurora are through.
Ikaw baka makasali ka doon. Di ba na Celestial ka?
Not doing
Hindi
too
ako
bad
nag-celestial.
either. I
Tinamad
never
na
showed
ako
up
eh.
Nigma A tier,
Green.
guys. They're first in their group.
Pero
First.
GM2 lang ako,
A
Grandmaster.
group with Bet Boom,
Nababasa ko nga, ang daming
Liquid,
kumangal dyan eh. Toxic daw
Aurora,
ng
and
mga
they're
ano,
tied first.
Marvel players.
Group B.
Medyo.
Yakult game
Para
is
sa
right.
akin.
So we're gonna watch Yakult first game. Yakult first.
Tapos yung Overwatch daw
Kun-
parang
Yakult first game
nag-i-improve.
or Falcons versus Abu.
Kasi nagpunta yung mga toxic sa ano, Marvel.
One of those two.
Marvel na eh.
Do I have 2 streams up? I do.
Sa Overwatch, sa low rank, medyo maano yung tank. Bubot eh. Ang nilalaro ko.
Low rank?
Hmm.
Wow.
Hmm.
And Wind Ranger legs? Oh, because Four Paws gifted 50 subs. But he didn't gift 50 subs to the Wind Ranger legs. Right?
Tangin na naman.
He gifted it for the
Tsaka
Nick.
Kanina pa ako
satisfying
dito.
yung UI nun. Sa Overwatch.
Parang ano, siguro. Naganda na akong UI sa ano eh.
Ay, di pala
Oh,
UI
ano
yung
Valo?
Only here for the
Sound
music
design.
for
Valorant.
20 months.
sa Balo.
Oo.
Yung UI pala
Ayun,
ng
maganda rin sound
Overwatch
design.
pangit.
What a
Legit.
crazy hype game. Alright, we're
Pang,
gonna have
pre.
one more series. Every series matters. now.
Ayoko yung sa
Makaluma.
Apex, putang ina,
They're
nalilito
fighting
ako
for
pre.
their lives here.
Yun din eh.
Tangin na,
Paano
baguhan ka?
ginawa nila
They're
dun?
fighting for their lives here.
Baguhan ako ah. Tangin na, lito ako dun.
We're gonna wait for
Ang
Liquid
daming
to get right
clutter.
now. They're fighting for their fucking lives.
Sinira
I
nila.
don't wanna miss it.
Lalaan pa nila ngayon.
I was maybe gonna do a shorter
Paano?
stream today,
Mm.
but dude, now that these games matter,
Magandang UI
these
sa ano.
games matter so much. No
Marvel
way,
okay
no
lang.
way.
Mid lang.
You gotta stick around.
Mid,
Fortnite. Pwede.
You lied to him.
pwede pa.
Hmm.
Enigma is back indeed.
Yung Overwatch, intuitive naman. Kaso pangit ng design. Parang makaluma pa.
Ganda pa nung ano nila ngayon. Collab. Solid.
Check the EP.
Street
Does
Fighter.
that mean Enigma qualified to Riyadh? Let's see it.
Ganda ng mga ano.
Team leaderboard.
Model.
Checking out now.
Oo.
Ringboard.
May
Gusto
tune
na
nito
nga
na,
ako.
mabili yun.
Pwede ano. Pwede mo igaling sa Microsoft Rewards yun.
Ooh, look at that.
Yung,
Yung
Overwatch?
currency doon, oh.
I don't know if
Currency.
I've already calculated the points.
Wala
but it
na.
says
Di ba
there's
na-nerf
something
na yun?
there.
Oo. Wala ning...
Dati
pre,
siguro.
They're
Gcash.
through pretty much, right? They're above.
Nakakita rin ako dun eh.
Mabibili mo yung coins.
They're above VP for
Oo.
sure. So they're through, right?
Mabibili
Pretty
mo doon
much
sa
guaranteed.
Microsoft Reward yung Roblox.
Aurora are gonna make it up.
Ano pa ba?
probably.
Oo.
Talon
Overwatch
maybe.
pati yung
But
ano.
even if Aurora and Talon
Ano
make it
yung
up, then
dagat?
maybe Nigma are in trouble. I don't know.
Sea of
Really know.
Thieves.
If they get further, no?
Sea of Thieves. Nakakatawa rin daw laro yun ah.
Looking bad.
Ba't nga i-try?
Magre-raid
Kaso may
ka ng mga
bayad yun,
barko.
eh, diba?
Bayad yun.
Is ESL paying
Yata
me
maganda
by the
yung crack
hour?
yun.
Not really. but
Wala kang
pretty
makakalaro.
much is.
Solo.
Solo.
Baka may server yun eh. Server yata.
Sa crack.
Siguro.
Mga Russian.
Hey,
Mga cheater, mga hacker.
Wind Ranger legs promised. Listen, guys, I'll add it later a little bit, but not now. Not now. A little bit. One of the mods can add it while I'm off. I'm taking a leak or something. Okay? Looks like Firevision are thumping this game pretty hard. Navi Junior are actually in a good spot right now. I'm gonna check what their status
Sa mga
is.
nalaro natin, ano pre?
They are
FPS. Anong rank mo na mataas?
Hindi ako nag-rank sa ano eh.
5. So every
Hindi, anong
this
mararank
loss is
mo ang
good for
pinakamagandang
Falcons.
laro?
And
Ah,
they-
gago.
They want Navi Junior to get 2-0
First
first,
person.
for sure. But if Firevision want to
TSO?
sabotage
CS.
Falcons and Gaming,
Mm.
which they might want to, they could lose the next game.
Yung
Pero
Marvel
ano
FPS
ba yan?
They can like goof around, you know.
Third person yan eh.
Play
Third
this
person.
infamous
Pero
terribly
shooter
once
din
again,
siya sa
maybe,
mga
I don't know.
shooter na lang.
Shooter, oh yun. Ayun, mataas ang Marvel.
Tapos
Oh.
pati CS.
Technically, they could do that.
Valo, okay na rin.
Okay
Because
na.
Firevision are through no matter what.
Ano pa ba?
Siyempre ikaw Apex, di ba?
Hindi ko rin masyadong type eh. Astig siya laruin eh pag magaling ka eh.
Oo nga.
Kaso nakakabagot totoo ng pre.
Sunod-sunod talo eh.
Oo. Tsaka kailangan pag gagaling dun, ilang patay yung kailangan mangyari sa'yo. Diba?
Pag ako matuto.
Oo.
Mga nakaka-demotivate eh.
Branding this game.
Hindi yung mga rival, Overwatch, ganyan. Mahagip ka ng mga team comp.
When are other games starting?
Kaya nga.
Dun.
Now Liquid
Bigla ako
still
malilikuran.
winning this game. I can see 29 kill lead. So that game is over.
Panalo ka na, puta natalo ka.
Purge.
Oo.
Edge versus Flipster Talon. Talon needs every win. But
Tsaka yung
like I said,
player
if
pool
you're a
niya parang
Gaiman
puro
or
mga
if you're a
ano na lang
Falcon
rin.
fan, you want
Mga
Talon-
gagaling.
you want Talon to lose.
Sweaty?
Talon to lose.
Hmm. Nung naglalaro pa kami ng kaibigan ko, nakakano pa kami, nakaka-strict nun eh. Panalo.
May baguhan pa.
So that matters a lot. So you gotta look at other teams a little bit. Go
Ano,
take a
tulog
leak.
tayo.
Oo.
Ano ba yun,
When
hanggang 2:30 lang
Amar
ako.
is playing soon though, guys. Amar is playing soon.
You know.
The question is
Uy,
he gonna be playing Bristleback
20K?
now?
Ah.
He's lost like every Bristle game.
Pag sinagad mo talaga yung ano pre, araw,
I'm
Ayun,
ready for
araw
it.
na.
tumataas.
Maybe in
Pa-
another
maaga
game.
kasi tayo natutulog kaya
Richard,
wala silang
We can
kinikita
play
eh.
some mini game or something to take a bit of break from Dota though.
Siguro gabi
Or
talaga yung
something.
kitaan nila,
We
no?
can play a little GeoGuessr or something like that. So
Kasi normally, ganun din nagdidil eh. Ng oras.
take a
Oh.
little break.
Doble yun. Grabe.
SFX is for 3 months.
Ubus ang credit. Ang gala.
No comment, no comment. I don't fart.
Kinuha mo yung green?
Wow.
Hindi lang.
Ikot muna natin din.
Great question. I mean, the best I can tell you guys a streamer trick, alright? For those who want to become streamers, just say it was the chair. I have a leather chair. It does noises sometimes, alright, when I move. Nobody's gonna call you out on it.
Stuck pa ako dito. Isip.
Nangyari dito.
GG instant disconnect by PMA. That was a GG Alt F4. That was a world record disconnect right there. Jesus.
May drugs ba daw? Wala.
Okay.
Wala ba?
Flop over. So, not Giga interested in a Flips or Edge game?
Bad influence sa
Yeah,
itong
just
larong to,
tanking the
pre.
interview for Nigma? Really? That's
Bakit?
No, promote pa yung drugs.
Liquid have already won, right? We're not interested in this game too much, right?
Ano pa yung GTA? Doon na lahat ng krimen.
Yeah, how much beasted this series in general? That's true. I mean, this qualifier. Torment.
This is still a standing situation. Please, all you teams out there that are looking for a man who knows how to use a quelling blade like
A
the
man?
We'll let you continue doing work on Nick State. Yanis, congratulations.
Gawin kotse dito, yung kung ano nangyari dito.
Saan?
Saan ka? Dito sa baba, ano, sa docks.
Anong kotse?
Ginagawa ng... ginagawa ng mga kotse. Buhay ang puso.
They already won this game, right? I mean, you guys told me to watch the Liquid game, but this game is over, right? Or is it not? They threw a little bit or what? I mean, if Liquid throw this is legit.
Ay, yung ano, bumaliktad.
That's all I gotta say.
Tingnan mo.
TA,
Hindi,
game,
magugulat ka na lang kung anong ginagawa niya.
They got Sankey with refresher.
Tigang eh.
Look at Liquid's draft. Did their opponents even ban anything? I mean, it does look strange that they got all these heroes. EA, Sanking, Ringmaster. I don't know.
Anong nangyari dyan? Kotse mo ba yan?
Oo.
Kinuha mo yung
Paalis
green
ko
na
lang
kotse?
sa... Ano?
Why does Tsunami do air
Nawala,
quotes and
pre.
call Nick
Wala
a
akong-
professional
sports
player?
Wala akong
Sperm.
kinukuha.
Oh, he's a hater, I guess.
Gago ka, hindi ko kinukuha. Dito ako eh.
Nawala. Na-arresto ko.
Huli mo
tapos
bang-
nawala.
Dota treasures with him.
I-roster mo dun sa ano. Huwag mong sasakyan ay! Dapat di mo muna sinakyan.
Oo eh.
They try
Para maano mo yung ano, yung na-stuck na kotse ko. Kung saan man yun.
Ayan na.
Para mabalik sa ano eh.
if they added some good old windrunner
Ay, yung ano?
legendary legs that could drop
Nawala.
0.0
Sa mechanic.
chance, people would love that.
Hindi nga.
But they don't.
Wala, nasakyan mo na yung itim eh. Yun na yung nakasave sa kanya.
Legit.
Oo.
Dito lang yun eh. Tino ng polis. Ah, hindi. Nandun pala sa police station. Oh.
Paano napunta ron?
Dinala nila dun.
I hope
Na-arrest
it's a
ako.
Counter-Strike chess once on
Ah,
Street
nahuli
Fighter.
pala. Oo.
I enjoyed that. That was pretty
Ayun.
Magkano binayad
pretty
mo?
lucky too. We never got a knife.
250?
I've never gotten a knife opening counter.
Pwede nga natin harangan to eh. Eh gago, kaya pala nakakalabas sila. Sino nagtulak na ito?
Nangyari dyan.
Parang ulit natin.
Ano yung mga polis na
Okay,
natin?
nice one. You got everything else. That's all.
Maroonda
Sableye
na ba?
went in. Does he have gold? Yeah, he's
Kumuronda.
got
Binuksan mo ano?
combo, guys.
Iyo.
Can't nullify me. Haha.
Ano meron?
Oh fuck. Did he fuck up?
Nakaalis
Ayun.
ako lang.
Enigma prefer for Riyadh? I think so, yeah. Pretty much. They just have to place higher than Shopify, I think. But Shopify aren't technically out yet, so I'm not sure. But maybe, yeah. Shopify did just get too old, right? Is this where Miracle makes his return? The team is finally good enough? Oh, that sucks. Ember doesn't die there. He's gonna fuck them all up. Saberlight, good, 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 good. Liquid Liquid smoke him a 2-0. V2, though, credit to him carrying that first game a little bit, though. That was a crazy turnaround. And now Liquid are still in this tournament. As you can see, Saberlight's excited to still be playing. Foxy as well. He's super happy. Loves playing Dota. Insania cracking a smile, though. Liquid are currently, let's catch up on the schedule. This was an important 2-0. They're 6 and 6. They're actually tied with Shopify and Betpool. So, yeah, three-way tiebreak right now coming into tomorrow. And tomorrow, Liquid are playing against
Saan?
OG Latam.
Sa
They
warehouse.
might be out, but they're not down and out. Maybe
Bakit?
they'll still
Wanted ka?
Wanted na.
Hindi yata.
Nabulda ko lang ako.
Who also could still make it.
Na may baril na. Umut. Pumunod na ng baril.
Yan, pa-XP tayo dyan. 60-60 yan eh. Pag wanted, they're dead or alive.
Sanking is so crazy. Look
Ay,
at
matay na.
this fight. Holy shit.
Oh.
Let's,
Saan ka dito?
let's
Nakikita mo
take a
tong
break
auto?
from Dota while we wait. So for-
Saan ka? Nandito akong layo ko. Naka-Benji ako eh.
This is Gaiman versus Yakko. Is this the one we're watching, guys? Or the Falcons one? Where's the Falcons one? Not here. Hearts versus Yugi. Yeah, okay, we're watching on this one. Gaming versus Yakko. Let's take a mini break. Technology, I guess we're
Para may
Never
goods
watched
na.
Gaming versus Yakko. I haven't watched much Gaming
Anong
versus
goods na?
Yakko. And this is a very important series because both teams are like
Wait lang, wait lang.
equalized, I think.
Okay, sige.
Punta ako dyan.
Checking again.
With
Gaming.
style. Tingnan mo ako. Diyan ka lang.
Yakko 6 and 4 actually. But yeah, Yakko need wins as well, right? Would be good for Falcons if Gaiman lost, of course. If you're thinking like
Abot
that.
kaya to. Hindi yata.
Colt and Talon are both 6 and 4. Wow.
Ayan, tika.
I wanna see if
Parating na ako pa-landing na.
After his 0-11-0 performance earlier today.
Gago ka. Bitin yata.
This is unranked the German, huh? This guy could be one of the best players in
Ayan.
the world. I guess we'll find out quick.
Ang dami mong bangkay. Wisit ka.
I guess we're already getting a
Kita mo.
Dutch one.
Tapon mo nga yan.
Where in the Netherlands could this be? Is this maybe
Kalatuin
in the
natin yung
north?
mga yan.
Hogebo.
Pwede ba ilagay mo sa furnace?
Pwede yan.
Zwede means south, so I'm just gonna go south. Zwede. Oh, Zwede
lag ang
America.
Kawawa naman to. Naipit
Yeah, it
na.
was in the middle. Bro, this guy is trying to. I live
Ito yata yung kamukha ni Benji.
That's
Snap,
gonna
snap.
pinpoint, huh? Blocks me.
Oh. Kamukha ni Benji.
Whoa.
Singanin mo nga sila.
Atabababa.
Pag-bang. Uy, wag ako, wag ako.
Oh, I think we're in Kazakhstan, I guess. Let's go. Not the capital, I feel like. Let's go a little bit like south. Maybe. Maybe Agayos. Ayagos. Okay. Or south.
Isang mga hospital na yun.
Fine. Can I mod change my title, guys, to the Gaiman?
Bading.
Oh, so Bergen.
Ba't si gago? Maze.
I have to guess fast before it locks in. And he's German. I can't. Don't change my title.
Uy, wag mong patayin yan. Gago to. Pinatay siya no.
Kunin mo nga to, kunin mo nga to.
Papatay mo ako eh.
Hindi, hindi, ito.
He locked it in, bro. He locked that German in. It
Awak
was
ko ba?
actually not even German. It was Swiss. Relax, little bro. Give me Sweden. Give me Sweden. See what happens. See what happens. Give me Sweden one time.
Tulog na, basic
Or
ka.
my actual home.
Save mo, gago.
Nasaving na.
Uruguay. We're driving on the left, though. Whoa,
Nagiging.
hold up. Wait a minute.
Na-save mo na?
Oo.
Yeah, African? I think so.
Tara, tulog na.
Gibos, gibos.
On the left.
Nakantok na ako.
Small chance it's
GG.
South America. Oh, sorry, South America. Australia. But it has to be Africa. Right?